What is going on? It is finally heating up here in Phoenix, Arizona with a few days in the upper 90s. I welcome it, I love it, and I'm going through the water, but I'm not talking about the weather in today's video. Now, a few of my friends have put out content talking about the market in Arizona crashing. However, they don't live here, they don't know what's going on boots on the ground. They might as well be Zillow doing their own home valuations because it is simply not what we're seeing. We are not seeing a crash in the Arizona housing market, and I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I will say it's not going to be the crash that you are thinking, that you're hoping for, that you've been saying every year since 2012. And yes, some people were saying that. Eventually you keep saying it, you're going to be right. And there will be some factors that lead to that. But for right now, we have not seen the crash that everyone wants to see. And I'm not saying these prices that we're at or got to, we're not overinflated, but just the facts are the facts. Now, right now, today, in all types of homes, attached, detached, the average sales price is over $542,000. Now, for context, I could do a video and talk about, oh, it has fallen, homes are down 5%. If we're looking at this time last year where home prices were up on an average of $570,000. Now, I could take a whole another spin, do a clickbait article, clickbait video and say home prices have risen 14%. But from when? There's some context. And that is what home prices have gone up from 2 years ago. And you don't want to even know further because it would just make you sick, wish you had bought then. But looking at, the average price per square foot, the last 30 days, and speaking of the last 30 days, just single family detached. So forget the numbers I just told you, just single family detached because that is mainly what I deal in, and a lot of my clients, pretty much all my clients, that is what they're interested in. And I'm gonna look at my notes here, but in the last 30 days, the average was $596,000 and the median was $449,000. Now, if we go 30 days prior to that, the average was $575 and the median was $440. So right now, the average price per square foot is $279. Again, for some context, that is the highest recorded price per square foot in the last 6 months. Now, if that were going the other way and it was the lowest recorded price and we saw that trend falling downward, I would say, yeah, I would prepare for some downward swings when it comes to pricing. And if you are a home seller, you might be in trouble. But I really don't like to get emotional or attached to a certain idea or confirmation bias of what it is we're going to see. But I like to look at the numbers and let the numbers paint the picture. And yeah, you'll see some leading and lagging indicators. And a lot of times the housing market is the last where some things show up when there's trouble in the market. But for right now, we're seeing that price per square foot, average sales price, and every indicator go the opposite way of where a lot of people, a lot of the pundits, a lot of everyone who wants to put out content to get clicks and views is saying. The crash simply is not here, no matter how bad you want it to be. And I'm not saying I wouldn't necessarily want a crash. A lot of my clients could take advantage of it. I mean, hell, my family and I, we could take advantage of it. You know how many people got wealthy off the last crash? It creates a lot of opportunity. And like I've said before, the market is never great for everyone, but it's always great for someone. It just depends on what your situation is. And yes, interest rates have gone up. Last week they were down, and then with the unemployment numbers coming out Friday, well, they went up a little bit. So we'll see what the latest CPI numbers represent. But right now, national average is in the mid sixes. That is with perfect credit. But there are ways, like I mentioned, if you want to get a lower rate, if you can somehow get a seller's concession, right now, builders are offering, some builders, opportunity if you use their lender to get a lower rate, either a temporary rate on a buy down or for the life of the loan. So yes, even with rising rates, home prices are still rising. And like I've mentioned before, a big key factor to that is supply and demand. Inventory today, single family detached, down again from yesterday, is at 10,300. Down from where it was in the fall at almost 18,000. I mean, well above what it was, a year, 18 months ago. But it is falling and it continues to fall. And without enough homes for sale and people still moving here, well, home prices have nowhere else to go but up. So despite the strong demand that people think we have, we simply don't have enough inventory. And I don't see that number really changing unless some sellers decide to trade in their low rate, their low payment, and cash that home in. Most people I talk to are looking to hold on to their real estate, not sell it. And I get it. I'm just some guy who came across your YouTube channel talking this nonsense that you don't want to believe, and I fully understand, and people can believe whatever they want. I really just want to report on the numbers and what we're seeing as a real estate agent here with a team here, and I talk to people every day. My client base is made up of people moving here all around the country. Every day I get calls from people just like you watching these videos who are looking to relocate here to Phoenix Metro for one reason or another. Either they want to leave the shitty place they live currently, job relocation, job growth, but people are moving here daily, and the amount of businesses calling this area home, well, that is what is going to keep this market strong. And I know for a lot of people, especially people who are natives here, they say they're priced out. I get it. Where I come from in Central Illinois, super cheap, super affordable. And then when I have clients coming from the Northwest or California, they still look at it like you can get so much for your money here compared to where they are. So again, just what I'm seeing in real life examples, people are still moving here, people still want to live here, and homes are simply selling, and they're selling for more than they were last month. And again, we were looking to be in a negative year-over-year appreciation. However, based on the numbers and projections, by November, it is going to be a positive year-over-year appreciation. So again, let me know what you think about this. Am I completely out of my mind, or is this crash an absolute, it is coming, and you won't hurt my feelings? So I do think a downturn is possibly needed to get these prices in check, but right now the numbers aren't showing that. So again, if you need anything, let me know. Watch this next video. It's Rich Brecklin, your Arizona real estate agent.